This is the Iowa Weather Report for Friday, December 27th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run. This is at noon today. We still have a flow coming out of the north and west. A couple of pieces of energy moving across the U.S.-Canadian border, especially over the Great Lakes into New England. Another short wave moving into the Pacific Northwest. Around here, we'll have moderating temperatures. Highs will be into the 30s across the area. Maybe some lower and middle 40s in the southwestern counties with mainly sunny skies, as all the storm systems will be well off to our north and northeast. But that looks to change as we move into the weekend. Saturday will likely be the last warm day across the state for possibly quite some time, as a clipper system will be taking shape off to our northwest. Highs today on Saturday will be in the 40s, maybe upper 30s, but say goodbye to those on Saturday night and into Sunday as temperatures will plummet. We may see temperatures Sunday morning in the northwestern counties below zero, maybe falling temperatures in the eastern and central counties through the day with a little bit of snow and flurry activity. And Monday, it'll just be cold. Highs will barely struggle into the single digits. Some areas may not even make it to zero. Some lake effect snow in the lakes, a little bit of snow off to our north and west. And another clipper system will be approaching here on New Year's Eve. We still have some lake effect snow in the lakes. Otherwise, temperatures may struggle into the teens across the area as clouds begin to increase from the north and west. And then as we go into New Year's Day, we could see quite a bit of snow activity, light snow, maybe moderate at times. Could see a few inches. We'll get a little more pinpointed as we draw closer to this event. But unfortunately, it just gets colder behind that system. Highs will be back down to around 10, lows at or below zero. Some rain across the east, snow in the Great Lakes and over New England, so very nasty from the Mississippi River east. And that short wave moves along and just off the Atlantic coast here a week from today. And we still have a flow coming out of Canada. Another short wave coming through Minnesota into Wisconsin and Lake Superior, and that could bring us another round of some snow. Temperatures look to moderate a little bit. We could see temperatures approaching freezing in the southwestern counties, otherwise 20s across most of the state, especially the northeastern counties where there could be some snow. As we move into the extended period, on the 7th, we have pretty much a flow coming out of the Pacific at this point, which is a little better than out of the north and west, but with a long wave trough over most of the western half of the country, it's going to remain somewhat cold. We'll have one system departing, taking some snow with it, maybe some decent snow if this is to be right, with temperatures likely near seasonal levels in the 20s to near 30, with lows likely in the single digits and teens. But when we look at the end of the period, January 11th, that looks very feisty. We have a piece of energy over the Four Corners region, another moving through Minnesota, Wisconsin into the northern parts of Iowa. And if this is right, we could see a major storm. This could be blizzard if we would call it right, but this is still more than 2 weeks out. This could be gone on the very next run. Could see some thunderstorms in the south and more snow over the west. Satellite image from last evening doesn't show any of that stuff around. It shows a frontal system over the Gulf Coast with some clouds and a few showers there. We had some clouds moving into Montana out of Canada. Otherwise, it was fairly calm and quiet. The watch morning map from last evening also shows it's fairly quiet. Some lake effect snow advisories over the Tuckeyville Plateau in New York State. Some air stagnation and fog advisories in the northwest. Elsewhere fairly quiet. QPF chart also looks fairly quiet. This is precipitation through Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock, showing most of the heaviest precipitation over the Gulf Coast to the southeast and up the east coast, and a little bit over the northern tier in the form of some light snow.